Hello, my name is Megan Winkler and I'm a 5th grade teacher at William Winchester Elementary School. In this lesson, we will be multiplying decimals by decimals using a model and an open array. Let's review. We usually use base 10 pieces to represent this as 100, a long as 10, and a unit as 1. However, when we are multiplying with decimals, we are going to say that the flat represents a whole, which then can be broken into 10 equal pieces. So a long is really 1/10, and if it's broken into 100 equal pieces, our unit would have the value of 100. We're going to explore the problem 2 3/10 times 1 4/10. When I read this, I think of making 2 3/10 groups of 1 4/10. Or I'm going to make 1 4/10 2 3/10 of a time. And that's what I'm going to model for you. So I'm going to represent 1 whole and 4/10. So I'm going to have 1 whole and 4/10. I'm going to do this 2 whole times. So there was my 1 time. And I'm just going to repeat to show a second whole time. Now the problem says 2 3/10. So I'm going to need to make 3/10 of a group. In order to do so, I'm thinking, what is 3/10 of a whole? And I know that to be 3/10. And now I need to find 3/10 of my 4/10, which is 12/100. I want to relate this to an open array model. So I'm going to take the same problem, and I'm going to write 2 3/10 in expanded form. So I would have 2 wholes and 3/10. I would also have 1 whole and 4/10. So when I multiply 2 wholes by 1 whole, I would get 2 wholes. You can see that in my model because I have 2 whole flats. If we look at the standard algorithm, you can see that the 2 wholes is represented there. Next, I'm going to multiply 2 wholes by 4/10. 2 wholes times 4/10 gets me 8/10. When we look at our model, we can see that I have the 4/10 and the 4/10 to get the 8/10 total. In the standard algorithm, it says 9, but that's because I already regrouped. I'm going to then multiply 3/10 by 1 whole, which equals 3/10. When I look back at my model, you can see that I have the 3/10 represented below. In the standard algorithm, there's that 3/10 again. Last, I'm going to multiply 3/10 by 4/10, which equals 12/100. Going back to my model, you can see there's my 12/100, as well as my 12/100 is represented here in my standard algorithm. To complete my open array, I'm going to simply add together my 4 smaller products. Remember, when we add decimals, we always want to line up our decimal points. That helps keep our places in order. And I'm going to add zeros to represent that there is nothing in the hundreds place for those 3 numbers. And again, you'll see our final product is 3 22/100, which is also seen in our standard algorithm and is represented in our model. So I hope you've learned how to multiply decimals by decimals using a model and an array.